Okay, well, um, so I have just a little bit of time. Hey guys, I have a little bit of time here before midnight starts, uh, or whatever, before the work craziness begins. So just kind of a quickie little stream here because I've been so excited about this build and everything that it is, that I couldn't wait to show you guys. So yeah, this will be kind of the end for the next 2 weeks, and I wanted to kind of show it off here because it's literally just it's hilariously amazing for the amount of damage that you can take. So currently we are at level 305. We have maximum HP that we can possibly get here, and we have but not totally, and then we have very high physical damage negation at 61.84, and this goes even higher with everything that we have here, so it becomes hilariously stupid. So if we go for everything, let me explain the pieces parts here of what we have. So the Blasphemous Blade is our main go-to weapon because it restores about 6 or 7% of our HP using on a kill of an enemy, and it restores about 15% of our HP using Taker's Flames. The Bolt of Grandsax is something that we can use as a reach out and touch kind of weapon. Very powerful, very long range. And the Black Knife is to apply the Blade of Death for damage over time, and also reducing the enemy's health bar, as well as we have the Black Blade down here as well, which we can use at any time. So this is a little cheaper than this one, so if we are okay to switch it, that's fine. Then we're using the Dragon Seal because we have the dragon gifts down here. Then we're using the Icon Shield because this restores 3 HP every second, and it stacks with the Blessed Dew artifact and the Blessing of the Earth Tree, so you can restore up to a limit of 17 HP per second, so which is 1120 HP per minute, which is 1/3 of my health every minute that I can recover. But I would have to give up the Dragon Crest Great Shield. So either way, I can go there. I have the gold just because gold looks great with this set, and it has very high armor per weight ratio. Very good. Still allows me a medium load, which is pretty hilarious. And then we have the Erd Tree Favor 2, Crimson Amber Medallion 2, Dragon Crest Great Shield, and the Ritual Shield. So when our HP is at max, because we're getting back so much health as time goes on, we are continually having this active. So then we also have the Iron Jar Aromatic and the Uplifting Aromatic. So this will reduce our incoming damage for one attack, and this reduces our damage for 30 seconds as well. So if everything is active, and then also we have the hard tier, the Opaline hard tier, also boosts damage negation and increases our maximum HP. So this goes up even 10% more than, and the Crimson Crystal tier here, this applies its 10% increase after all of the increases have happened. So this is like really strong for me right now. Okay, so if we take a look at everything, oh yeah, and my flasks, I only have 2 of the health ones and 12 of the magic ones because that's all we use is magic. The health ones are just in a, what happens if I get into a scrape and I need to heal really fast, then I use those. Okay, so if I get everything going, it would look like this. And so we Golden Vow and Black Flame Production, the Wondrous Flask, and then you can see our health going up there. So we'll just heal up there real quick. And you can see we're at 81% damage negation, and we are at 3,243 HP. This literally just shreds literally anything that you come across. And to make it even worse, what can you imagine for something like this that would even make it worse is the fact that you use a mimic tier. and this thing has all the damage negation and HP recovery and a shield and all of these gifts for healing and everything that I do. And it's oh my gosh. So what boss should we go terrorize? Because this is absolutely like the funniest thing ever. So if we just start going for like one boss after the other, they will literally just get shredded right in front of us, and we will not have to move at all. And the cool thing is because we have perfume bottles on, the mimic tier will also use the perfume bottles. Okay, so there's that. And you'll see here that our health will go up fairly steadily. And we'll switch this out. And you can see that our health is rising fairly rapidly for health regen. Okay. And let's get this going. And let's just go ahead and heal up all the way. Okay. And we'll do the iron jar. Whoops. Okay, so we lost a little bit of health there. So we literally just stand here and win. Oh man. Granted, this is a beginning boss. However, it literally doesn't matter what happens, because I can just attack some of these enemies and get my health back. So that was fun. Let's go find more dragons and more bosses to shredify. And when you have this amount of HP, there's literally like even Millennia doesn't even really stand a chance. She's the only one, because of her health recovery. She's the only one that actually does have a chance, as compared to most of the other bosses in the game. But let's see, where are we going? We'll go over this way. Maybe we'll go kill Garank or something. Ooh. Birds. Okay. And I've been working on this build to try and get it to a point where it is now, and it's absolutely hysterical when you go against like any kind of really difficult boss or anything like that. I just got to a point here where I have Morgoth's rune, and so we are finally paired up to the fullest that we could possibly try and get to. Man, we're not getting any feet. Okay, I guess that's fine. Let's see. We'll just head over here. And the reason this is awesome now is that we can kill rune bears, and we don't have to actually be afraid of them ever again, which is amazing. Okay, where are we going? We're trying to go east here. Yeah. We're on our way. And I can't really think of anything else that I can squeeze out to make... Oh, we're dead? No. To make this much better, because I'm trying to get as much health as possible that we can... Whoa, we're dead. Shoot. Whoops. Accidents happen, you know. But I'm keep trying to think of other things that increase our health or our health regeneration, and I haven't been able to find anything unless there's some strange interaction somewhere that that I haven't found yet. Okay, let's go ahead and get our health back. Okay. Now that was a little bit of an oopsie there. Let's just go up here and then we'll head over east and maybe we'll go fight Radon or something like that and kind of make fun of him, because it's just absolutely hilarious how there's absolutely nothing in the game that can stand up to this and come away with like a pretty close fight or anything. And there's nothing they can do about it, because if we use the mimic tier, then they have to fight two insanely strong tanks that they just can't. They don't actually have enough ability built into their damage kits to actually ruin us. And so we're on the fourth journey here, which means that everything is kind of, you know, at the higher levels of ability here. And so they're doing like super increased amounts of damage and everything. And so we have to kind of make up for that by oh my goodness, that was kind of scary. But it's pretty awesome that we're able to actually win like literally anything and everything we go up against, especially Pumpkinhead. How are you, my friend? And as you see, we took a little damage there, and it doesn't matter because we're right back to full health because we're just generating passively 5 health per second because of the Blessed Dew artifact and our shield. And our shield is not even being used. It's just sitting there. So even greater benefit to us because of how this operates all at one time. And I've checked all of the damage negation gifts and everything, and these are the only ones that stack consecutively on each other. And so there's no real benefit to trying different ones because some of them raise and lower damage negation. If like if you use a holy damage negation, then it messes with the physical damage negation, and that's the way it is for all of the gifts in how they interact with each other. It's very, very strange. I don't quite understand it, but these are the ones that actually stack consecutively on top of each other, and it makes for a pretty hilarious setup for how you go about engaging the enemy. So let's go over here and fight this invasion, because there's a person here that, yeah, invades us. Okay, so let's get our gifts going here real quick. Okay. And the cool thing is we can block. And we can do that. And then when they're far away, I mean, we don't even like need anything that we actually have, but it is a great feeling to actually like make fun of the game at this point, because of the immense amount of pain and sadness that we had in our first run, and the amount of deaths we had. The only thing that really kills us now is gravity, as it kills most people. But yeah, right now it's like there's really nothing that can truly hurt us, which is absolutely amazing that we can actually get to this kind of point in the game. I didn't think it was actually going to be possible that we would get to this kind of a point, but it's pretty incredible. And there's some pretty awesome bosses over here, like the Black Blade Kindred and Garank and the dragons and everything. Okay. And see, we're just recovering health passively here, which is great. And we're just always recovering health, which is incredible, because there's a lot of running around and walking and stuff in this game. And so if you're trying to have a lot of health and a lot of flasks for health, it's actually interesting that you get to a certain point in the game where you don't actually need healing flasks. You just need magic, and it wins. Like, it's amazing. Okay, so here's a dragon. We probably shouldn't fight him, but even if we don't go crazy on all of our buffs, we can still do a couple things here. So that should have probably killed us on our other playthroughs. And if we just need health back, we can do that, and we got our health back. So it's pretty hilarious how there's literally nothing that can stand up against us at this point, and we can just freely do whatever we want, and we can kill anything we want, and we can do whatever we want, and we can just completely play however we want at this point, because we just have so much health that there's nothing in the game that can do 3,000 health damage, especially at an 80% damage negation to overcome in tandem with that. It's absolutely unbelievably incredible. Okay, so we'll head over here. We will do the Erd Tree, because this Erd Tree over here is pretty hard. The Avatar, because he does a huge amount of damage, and he also does Scarlet Rot at the same time. So we'll give him a go here, and you'll see how just because we're doing fire damage as well, he obviously is weak to that. So the Blasphemous Blade is really really beneficial for this. Okay. He looks like he's ready to come over. It's probably a bad idea if he does that. So the Mimic tier will, you'll see how much damage it's taking. So the Mimic tier is you know, doing pretty well there. It's taking a lot of damage, but those hits could have killed it long ago. Okay, we'll give him some break, and then we have a shield so we can just block these, which is awesome. And then we need some health, so we'll run over here. So that was like a very simple, easy, basic, boring fight. And the hilarious part about that is that, like, we didn't even do anything. We just, like, hit the button a couple times and the enemy disappears. And you can do that pretty much, like, with anything and everything that you come across. So, like, here's a big dragon, a big scary dragon, right? That we don't have our Opaline hard tier at this point, but that's fine. And we can just bring out the Mimic again. And we can go for our buffs here. And it's pretty amazing that you can just simply do whatever you want. And you can, you know, destroy any enemy in the game, and you can completely ruin them. Sure, we'll take the damage because it doesn't matter. Oops. Double blasphemous blade. And see, there's no way that he can do enough damage to hurt us. Okay. And so we'll get some damage over time here going. Ouch. Okay, there's a dragon gone. Oh man. And it's literally just like as easy as this, where you just run around and do whatever you want, and there's nothing that can challenge you, and you can just start erasing bosses. And on our way to max level, this is like the funnest way that I've found to gain money, while at the same time just walking over bosses. And there's gonna come a point where we're gonna be on max difficulty, right? But it's gonna not really feel like any kind of difficulty even when we get to that point, which is like pretty significant for what we have. Okay, so here's this guy. See, and he's got basically what I have. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything going here. And the Mimic tier will be hilariously perfectly matched up there. Let's go ahead and heal. Okay, we're good. Oh, they are down on the ground there. So let's hit him with a couple of blades here. Oh. Okay. see, it doesn't even matter that we get hit. Now that typically would kill almost anybody. So let's get a little bit of our health back. Okay. And even though he's like destroying the mimic tier down there, the mimic tier can heal up if it needs to. And there's a big hit. There's another big hit. And there's the Blackblade Kindred. 200,000 money. That's great. And here's Garank. He's pretty jumpy and he does a whole lot of damage in a really short amount of time. So this guy we have to fight on our own here, and so we'll get everything going before we face him. But he also simply disappears, but he does have a little bit better of a chance than everybody else has had. Okay, and we can use, we can use our Dragon Breath too. Oh, I got hit. Let's go for the Frost now. Ouch. Okay. He's getting some damage here. Okay. Now let's start laying into him. So you can see that he does put up quite a bit of fight here. Okay, and if he stays over there... Okay. And let's get this going again, and we'll need the Black Flame protection. Okay. Okay. Oh. I got caught. He got me. Okay, 1 for Garank. And -1 for me. But it becomes hilarious how this actually operates. It's just unbelievable that you can have this amount of ability all built into one single set of build. And we'll just go for the damage here. Okay. There we go. So see, if you don't go for the dragon stuff at the beginning, you can have a much better engagement with him, because you get a lot of damage out on him before anything happens. And since we do have a shield, we can make use of that. Oops. Where is he? Okay. And there's Garank. So, fairly simple. And that's how you can just run over bosses, even though he did get me there, so hats off to him. Okay, so what other bosses should we go for? I guess we should go to the Volcano Manor. And and destroy those guys. Schoolhouse, classroom, debate parlor. I think it's the classroom, right? Where you can get in the thing, the rolling maiden or whatever. And you can go right to the no, this is not it. And regular enemies like almost aren't even worth wasting your time with, because they literally don't have any ability to do anything against you. And see, you can heal up like right away. Okay. I went to the wrong one. The debate parlor here is where we should have gone. And this thing over here should gobble us up. We'll probably lose our great rune, but that's fine. We have plenty of rune arcs. So where's that thing? Here it is. Okay. Oh. I think we have to die. If I remember right. I think that's right. You have to die for it to. So, maybe that's not such a great idea. Maybe we'll just take the long way, since we already have some items over there, some graces. Okay, let's see, what would be the closest one? Probably this one here. And then we can just sprint over this way. Or we can kill some Erdtrees. Oh, there's the double guys down here, plus Godric, Margaret, whatever his name is, over here. Down here. Okay, let's kill him, because it's a lot of fun to fight him here in the open, one-on-one. It's pretty cool. Hey, no fair. Okay. Okay, he's getting a big head start here. Okay, now we can get some health back here. Okay. And ouch. I can't stand up. What? Okay, there we go. Just hit him. I keep hitting the wall. Poor guy. So there's that, which is pretty amazing that you can survive all of that punishment over and over and over. And like I said, I mean, we're on the 4th journey. It's not like this is the beginning of the game or anything. And so it's pretty amazing that all of that abuse can still be taken, regardless of, you know, skill level, which is good for me, because the skill level is not exactly crazy for me, and so it helps to negate all of the skill that I need to actually play the game, and it makes it like so very fun, that, you know, I can play it literally however I want at this point. and it can just happen. It's amazing. And now we have a gargoyle here, so this is a good place for a lot of big hefty enemies. Ouch. See, and the Mimic Tier used one of those jars. Look at that. Look at that hit, and I didn't lose almost any damage, or almost any HP. Absolutely crazy. Okay. And the Mimic Tier is, like, still full health. Oh. It's running away. And we have a solution for enemies that run away too, which is very, very nice. And it's just unbelievably mind-blowing on how the amount of deaths have like decreased by a factor of probably 100 ever since I've been like really trying to delve down this tree of damage negation, high health, and like having something that the Mimic Tier also has that actually makes it unbelievably crazy strong. Okay, and so here there's 2 of them, right? So keep that in mind. And everything we do here also benefits the Mimic Tier as well, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so let's go for some this on this guy. Oops. Ooh, I got flattened. But he's not gonna last very long. So let's get this guy. Whoops. Let's get this guy in here. And it's cool that we can still be medium mobility. Oops. Okay, let's go for a couple of blade attacks here. That'll help us with a little bit of damage over time here. I mean, absolutely crazy that was 2 of them. Just literally decimated that quickly. Well, and not that we're doing like an incredibly high amount of damage. We're doing like some basic average damage levels, but the fun part about it is the amount of abuse that you can take. And there's literally nothing that can really stand in your way to stop you. I still can't get over it, and it's taken, you know, quite a few hours or whatever to get here to this point. But the reality is that you know, it makes it so incredibly hilarious to see that if you want the pain to stop, you can absolutely make it stop, and it can work very, very, very well in your favor. Ouch. Okay. Ooh. That hurt. Sort of. How did that not hit him? I don't know why that didn't hit him. That's kind of weird. Okay, so there's one of those ulcerated tree root dudes. They are a lot of fun to go about killing. Let's see. We did these. We could go over to some of the other bosses later on, or we could try and go for the underground and see about those guys. Let's see. We went through this guy. Yeah, we do have a couple of tunnels and places underground to go if we need to. Now, Rykard, because he is fire, this does fairly average, but it doesn't do, you know, everything like it does versus some of these other enemies, just because of the fact that he does have that fire resistance. But we're still able to, because of the mimic tier, we're able to survive incredibly long in these engagements, just because of the fact that we have, I don't even know how many thousands of HP built into the mimic tier, and then with what we have, all the bonuses to health and everything, it's even that much crazier for the mimic tier to be a damage sponge unlike anything else that we can actually get our hands on, because using Pumpkinhead was kind of that damage sponge until I started understanding how powerful you can make the mimic tier based on you know, based on what you're building and how you're going about building it. Oh, do I need to go north? I think I need to go north up this way. I think that's how we get up there. So we go up and around. Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually been over there, like the real way. So yeah, we need to head down if we can. Let's go across the bridge. And then we'll head over. So yeah, I would highly recommend this to literally anyone who's had a hard time in Elden Ring, you know, with how the bosses are or the enemies are or anything like that, because this absolutely well, that was interesting. I didn't realize that that was gonna kill us even though we were still walking. That's very interesting there, what just happened. And as you can see, when we die, we lose about 900 or so HP because of the Great Rune and because of the so we're down to 2358, which is not that great. So we get about 900 HP when we use both the Crimson Flask tier and the so I can't go down there. Oh. I guess not. Okay. I want to get to that Grace. I guess we have to go the other side of the bridge. But because the Great Rune allows us to get, I think it's 20% health, and then the Flask gets us 10% health after that increase. So it's pretty crazy how they stack, and all of that stacks after, you know, after all the bonuses of all the other health bits are put into place, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, that didn't kill us. That was very, very odd. All that change there. Okay, so I want to go west. Go west, young man. And so when you get to these points where you can just literally shred all of the enemies, and there's like no consequences back on yourself, it makes for a very carefree, enjoyable way to go about engaging with the game's mechanics, and it allows you a huge ability to start experimenting with different ways and different abilities and everything, because you have the ability to actually survive any encounter, and you have the ability to start actually engaging with some of the more obscure abilities of the game that you might not normally have otherwise engaged with, because of, you know, just always getting killed at every single turn and getting one shot by literally everything. Now at least we have the ability to survive quite a bit, actually, so we can actually understand like how the bosses operate and what they're doing and what's going on, instead of you just run in and die immediately and then run out. So that's really, really, really nice that that's even possible now. Okay, yep. Not interested in these guys. Now there are a bunch of dogs over here, so we'll have to be on the lookout for the dogs. There's one. Please go away. Oh. Another invasion, huh? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Nice. We got another butchering knife. So that's our second one. So that'll be very nice to pair up the two of those and see what kind of crazy shenanigans we can get into with having two of those, because you get 1% health back for every hit with one of those. So that might be a lot of fun to see about engaging with some kind of crazy build there, because of things like eruption and stuff. If you have that weapon active, then whatever Ash of War you're using, it will where's the ladder? It will restore health, and you can have like a mini version of what we have here. Isn't there a ladder that goes up? I forget. I thought there was a ladder here. Guess not. This just goes to the shack. I thought that's how we got over there. Maybe. I thought there was a ladder, like a really tall ladder that went up all the way to the top. Let's see. Well, it has been a while since I've been over here, but that's okay. Yeah, it doesn't look... Oh, there it is. Ouch. Wow, we took a lot of damage there, but that's fine. Yeah, this really, really tall ladder. I remember this. So it's pretty amazing how much of the game you don't actually need. Once you learn like the real path to actually beat the game, it's pretty incredible that most of the game you don't actually need. There's only like, I don't know, I would say 5% of the game that you actually need to actually really truly beat the game and play through the actual story parts of it. The hilarious thing is now that like we have this build here, like I can just kind of run through all of the game with like no consequences, like very, very, very quickly. And it's pretty amazing how like there's really nothing except like speed running almost that we're going for because of it. Oh yeah, we don't need to go over here. There are still things in the game obviously that I haven't done, but the game isn't showing me anything different or new or unexpected, and I haven't found like, you know, all the secrets and everything, but going for I'm kind of singularly focused on this kind of setup and build and everything that it has to do with how this build sets up itself. Oh boy, just because of the fact that you know, it works out so very well, and there's also because there's like nothing the enemy can do about it, because their damage is increasing as time goes on, but because my HP is also increasing along with that, it still feels like it's the first playthrough or so. So it equals out and evens out in the, like, I guess, artificial difficulty of it. Now the falling star beast up here might actually pose a challenge. So that might be interesting to actually see if that fight is something we can actually do. Because that thing does a crazy amount of AoE. Okay, I'll buy things. If you got stuff here for sale. It doesn't look like anything else. I always look for rune arcs from these sellers, so we can have many, many, many of them. Because there's always that oopsie doopsie time when you die and you gotta reapply the rune arc for the extra health increase. But these ladders just go on and on. But yeah, this is like one of the most fun ways I've found to actually play, because it allows you the luxury to simply just do that, play the game, and you don't have to worry about like anything at all. Like there's literally not one sense of worry at all about anything, because most of the time you're just playing. You're not actually thinking about like how to strategize or anything. You're just actually fully engaged in like having fun with the game, which is pretty awesome. Okay, let's go for the falling star beast here. Finally got to some more bosses here. Can I get off the horse, please? Oh, I was stuck somehow. Okay, let's give our friend here some health regen. Okay. Now this thing does get rotted pretty easily. So we'll go for some strike run here. Okay. So you can see that the Mimic Tier is not really taking a whole lot of damage. And neither do we. So it's pretty awesome. And even those attacks. Now I am interested in the full arena attack that this guy does. Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah, almost doesn't even phase the Mimic Tier at all. And see, the Mimic Tier is also doing Taker's Flame, and so it's able to get health back as well. And so it makes for a pretty ridiculous outcome, just because of the fact that it can heal itself as well. So not only I can heal myself along the way, but it can heal itself too. Hey, Blue Hood. Fair point, but Souls-like, you guess, is the thrill in general is mainly from overcoming the challenges and walls that you face ahead. Yes, true. For the actual Dark Souls fans, but since I'm not a Dark Souls fan, I'm breaking the game to be more to my liking, and this is so much more enjoyable because we just have bundles and bundles and bundles of health, so I don't have to actually like try to overcome a challenge. I can just brute force it. Wow, I didn't know you could jump over that. And that's where I find excitement in it, as opposed to, like, you know, the true hardcore Dark Souls fan base that's out there or whatever, who, you know, everybody who kind of grew up with this as a yes, sure, okay, and that's where I draw the excitement from, is finding that one very, 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 very strange combination of piece parts and putting them all together and crunching the numbers to actually find that one thing that's gonna do, you know, far above and beyond what I was expecting it to do. And that's where I find the excitement, not in having an actual challenge. If I want a challenge, I'll just go to work. Electrical engineering is way harder than Dark Souls. Okay. See, like this, I just wanna beat the guy. Oh. I don't need a challenge. See? And I win. And so this is where the game becomes fun, right? That you take it to the ostentatious, ridiculous ends of the spectrum, and you take it to the point that it, you know, somebody, when they were building the game, they didn't actually think of
someone. Please kill him.
Who's this guy?
Here to put them, please. The one that I left the serpent slayings, worthy tarnish, the great serpent.
I've never seen this guy before. You like the way I play it? Well, I'm the only one. This guy's new. I'm the only one that does feel like, you know, this is a fun way, because I'm not part of the, you know, hardcore Dark Souls folks. Oh, didn't she give me the drawing room key? Actually, that overcoming the challenge mentality actually made you enjoy Code Vein, since the majority of the bosses are fun battles. Oh, really? Oh, there's the key. Okay, jeez. I just didn't let her finish last time. But do you think, I mean, there's not like an incredible challenge in Code Vein, right? I mean, it's the main challenge in Code Vein is actually understanding what the heck is even like going on with the what's going on with the gifts and everything. Okay, cool. We got everybody here, so we can move on with our life here, and we can try and get to Rykard and see how that goes. But I mean, you're not trying to just understand Vein or anything, right? You're just interested in the actual like physical challenge of seeing, like, are you good enough to actually do whatever the game actually requires of you. Oh. Okay, snails. Okay. Okay. I was gonna let them live, but I guess not. Okay. Good. I didn't want that. I thought this was the room here. I guess not. Oh yeah, we have to go down some stairs or something, right? Yeah. It's coming back to me. Soloing the entire game is also part of the challenge. Oh. Yeah, for me that's definitely not like on my list at all. See, basically the game has turned around to the point where that used to be me getting 1 or 2 shot, and now I'm doing that to the enemy, and it makes it so much better that I'm not dying every 5 seconds over and over and over and over all the time. And whoops, and that's where the enjoyment for me comes in, is that like I can adventure and actually enjoy playing the game, right? Instead of like trying to figure out how to survive. Okay, so here we have to, yeah, we can't ride our horse. We have to find the way down like that. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I took that a little bit too fast. I thought this was the way over here, but it's not. Oops. See, when you don't attack, you can still die. Okay, let's get our rune going again. And see, garbage like that is where, you know, it makes me still enjoy the game, because I know that was just, you know, me being stupid. And something like this now. Aha, you know, I can ruin that guy. And he can't do anything about it, because I've got far superior weaponry compared to him. And then I can start attacking all these stupid dogs and everything. And oh my, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, poison pots. Okay, Whew. We're definitely not doing so hot. Get it. Oh. No, don't throw it. Oh boy. Okay, well. We've been done poisoned. Okay, we'll out-heal the poison, which is pretty hilarious that we can even do that. Now these guys, they are pretty resistant to. Oh, they're kind of resistant to fire. What's he doing? Can't even hit the guy. That's the healing effect taking in tandem with the poison. that's kind of a funny effect there. That's interesting. He's just sits there. I didn't think that he would just sit there. That's kind of an oddity there. Let's see. I don't want to jump over there. That's kind of annoying. I probably should do something about it, but okay, let's go ahead and do this again. And get ready to cover your ears again. Okay, we're good over here. I don't really have the manner memorized here. Whoa. Okay, good. We'll just blow all these guys up. Let's see. Oh, these things are the head suckers. These guys are awful. Oh no. Ouch. Oh boy. We're getting chewed on. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go over here. See? Isn't that so much more fun that I'm not dead just because I made a mistake? It's so much better. It's so much better because on like everything else I've done before we actually got to this point, everything was killing us like all the time. And so now we can actually survive for the most part, and we can continue our adventure instead of like always not having any fun. And Blue Hood, if we were superheroes, you and I would be the antithesis of each other. It would be quite an interesting dichotomy that would be out there between the two of us. But that's why I kind of refuse to like throw my hat in the ring as like I'm actually an authority on the game or anything. Just because of the fact that like I enjoy it and play it in such a different way than what I guess is expected or whatever. And just because of that, like I don't want to like put that on anyone that they're doing it right or wrong, because I know that I'm already like I'm probably one of the only ones who actually thinks about Dark Souls like this. Oh, come on. Okay, I was gonna say, please don't hit me off the edge. Am I considering trying other From Soft games, like the Dark Souls trilogy? No, not really. There's not a lot that I saw in Dark Souls 1 that was like enjoyable at all. And it just doesn't make me feel like there's anything there for me, as compared to something like this, where I know there are builds in those games too that you can develop and everything, and you can get to a point where you're, you know, maximum overpowered and everything there too. But those are a lot more skill based, and that's not as interesting to me as something like this, which is not skill based. It's just have fun based. I know that's such a weak argument, but that's kind of how it feels. Is like I don't want to come and play games to try my hand at how good I am. I want to play games for just the idea that I want to have fun and I want to enjoy myself. So probably not. Here, let's see if the mimic here can kill this guy. Probably. The mimic tier could probably win this fight here completely. You'd recommend Dark Souls 3? Oh. Is it like Dark Souls 1? Oh boy. Watch out, my friend. Oh boy. I better watch out. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, let me run over here. Wow. Okay, so the mimic tier is doing pretty well here. It's almost got him. Look at that. Look at that amount of HP regen. It is just crazy. And it's doing it over and over, just like what I would do. Oh boy. Here he comes. Ouch. That is such a garbage attack. Okay, mimic tier. Come on, you got this. Oh, come on. No, no. Oh. Okay, well, the mimic tier couldn't do it. That's so unfortunate. It was almost there though. That's pretty incredible. Because the mimic tier only has like 6,000 HP or something. But the Godskin boy has way more than like 20,000 something at this point, or 15,000 or 18,000, something like that. HP. Pretty crazy, pretty ridiculous. But that's pretty awesome that he was able to take him down almost to the point of winning for being just one summons, because I don't know if the other summons would be able to do that well for that amount of damage and that amount of health regen and everything. So pretty incredible. Dark Souls 3 combat feels smoother considering that it's a newer game. Oh, okay. 3 Dark Souls 3 bosses made it to your top 10 favorite bosses list. Oh, okay, so they're kind of like Malekith and the other bosses that you like from this game. That's kind of cool. Now this guy has like extra fire resistance, so we're just gonna bypass him and head over to the fight. Ouch. Ouchie. That hurts. That is a lot of damage. This guy's still following me? Okay. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. He's completely invulnerable to Taker's flames. Oh boy. Okay, let's get back some health here. There we go. Look at that crazy. Okay, let's just move on here. Yay. Travel to the other location. Tisha's a good summon. Yes, absolutely, but this build specifically for the Mimic tier is like, it blows Tish kind of out of the water, like completely crazy. So here, a lot of our attacks will probably be like the Lightning Spear or the Blade of Death, either one. But we'll see what this will actually be like, because it's a fire boss versus a fire blade, so probably not the greatest idea, but we'll see how it goes. Code Vein also has 3 belonging to your top 15. Invading Executioner comes as an honorable mention. The Invading Executioner definitely is an interesting boss fight, because there's a lot of there's quite a few things that are kind of wrong with her hitboxes and everything, but she is a pretty interesting overall fight. Okay, there we go. And let's go for one of these. Okay. And I think we're good to go. Yeah, this should be a pretty bad fight overall. Look at that amount of damage. Wow. See, and that doesn't do very much damage at all. Obviously. But it sure heals us quite a bit. Wow. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, can we I'm not using this Serpent Hunter thingy because I want to, like, prove it to myself that this can win it. Okay, let's go for the Frost. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Wow, he's just... So he's backed himself into a corner here. That's interesting. Okay. Let's see if we can... We can't even hit him. There we go. Oh boy. Incoming fire. Okay, so that doesn't hurt him. Let's see. So he's backing away again. And that fire stuff is really annoying. Okay, good. We can get some good hits here. There we go. Okay, phase 2 time. Now the real test begins. Oh boy. So the Mimic tier is using the... Yeah, I should too. Okay, I can't see. Okay, let's go for a heal. Too far away. Okay. The Mimic tier is still in it. That is crazy. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Wow, the Mimic tier just ate that for absolutely just good times. Okay, so he's definitely giving us a challenge here. Which is kind of interesting. Ouch. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. this again. Okay, let's go for the black blade again. Oh boy, here come the skulls again. The Mimic Tier is getting hammered. Oh boy, what's this? Oh. Oh my. That is big damage. Let's see. Wonder if we can get him poisoned. Oh, nope. Okay, we only got two abilities left here. Okay, let's go for this again. The Mimic Tier is still in it. Like, completely in it. Which is amazing. Okay. Oh. Yeah, we did it. Okay. So the build still reigns supreme. Okay, wow. Why am I not using the spear? Because the spear is not part of this build. Oh, the black blade and the black knife. Those two debuffs stacked together. Oh, that's crazy. So if I do these two, that's unbelievable. Thanks. Now that was a pretty good fight. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. We still don't have enough to level up again. And this is the only great rune that you need in the game. It's pretty hilarious. Okay, so that was Rykard. Great. Let's go back to the Volcano Manor. Let's talk to the lady, and then let's fight the knight that comes out here is absolutely hilariously underpowered for the fight. It's also an amazing weapon outside of the fight. Oh, really? I've never used it. It didn't do any healing, so I didn't find it as useful for me. Okay, so back this way. Do we want to go fight gargoyles, or we have to do Fia's quest so I can get Fortisax again? So let's head back to the round table. Because I gotta start start getting her quest line going. Kind of cheesy. The Serpent Hunter weapon, or how I've built my character.
Greeting. I am circumstance great champion. Perhaps you might share. Doing so will grant you. Do you think it felt where I come from? I understand your disdain, but should you come pay me?
It's not disdain. I don't want that Baldachin's thing, whatever. You defeated the fire giant in phase 2 Malakath with that. Oh yeah, I watched. But it took so long to actually beat them. Those long fights would just drive me nuts. Let's see. We have to go to the underground. Yes. I believe that's what we have to do. But for right now, let's just keep it going up the fire giant hill here. And hopefully we get a, whoops, hopefully we get a night rider as we go over the snow path. But yeah, when you get to this point where you have so much HP, everything is based on like the gifts that you use and the amount of magic that you have in your flasks. So it's pretty awesome that it doesn't really depend anymore on how many of other things you have at any one point. It's pretty cool. And these uplifting aromatics, these are really, they stack very, very well with what we have for the build overall, as you know, as they combine together. So is there any other boss you'd like to see? Oh, whoops, going down. I don't think I want to go down. Maybe I do. Is there another boss that you'd like to see with this, or is this kind of seeing plenty of what this all has to offer here? Because it's so amazing that you can literally like herb stomp pretty much anything and everything that you want to. But the hard part is running as fast as you can possibly go to get to Morgrat, or Morgat, or whatever his name is, Margaret, fast enough to get his great rune, because that's what really, really, really boosts all of this into the stratosphere. You can now utilize the Serpent Hunter's Spear on Malacath though. Oh, okay, the fastest you can finish off phase 2 is probably, well, 1 to 1.5 minutes. But that's because you know his moveset, right? Like you've studied it like in detail, in depth, very, very, very closely, and you actually like took notes on it and stuff. Whoa, almost fell off the edge. Cause for me, like, I ain't got time to sit and study his moveset. I have time to sit and play, and that's all I want to do. So I don't sit there and watch him, but I would imagine that you've taken copious notes on how he actually plays, what his moves are, so on and so forth. And here we have another Blackblade Kindred, which is great. These things are way better the second time around when you don't play when you play them not getting one shot all the time. Okay, and here we go. I'll show you this because it's hilarious. We're at 97.6% damage reduction, which is amazing. Just for one hit though. Look at that. We didn't lose like any damage when he hit us there. There we lost some damage. Whoops. Bang, right in the face. Man, it's a really good feeling to just slaughter these guys and not even repercussions. Yep, Malacath has small openings, very small openings. Teeny tiny, almost invisible openings between the combos. Yeah. since when he follows up with a sign or with a spin and flurry, you can just run towards him without rolling? Really? Oh man, that would be crazy. Yeah, Malakath is still pretty rough for me for like actually reading what is going on and understanding what's happening. So right now I'm trying to get intelligence up to like 70, I think I need to get it up to. So that'll be 45 more levels. So we'll be around level 350 by the time we get our intelligence to where it should be. But we're moving on closer and closer towards there. So but yeah, this is, I think, as good a place as any to end it, unless, let's see, what else is there to see? There's Borealis, Nail, and the Fire Giant, and Millennia, if we go this way, and Loretta or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is what the build has to do here. So go for the Crimson Spill Crystal tier, the Opaline Hard tier. Unbelievable how those stack with Morgoth's Great Rune, and the Ritual Shield, Blessed Dew, Crimson Amber, Erdtree's Favor. I put the Crimson Hood on because it looks good. The Icon Shield, unbelievable that this actually stacks with the Blessed Dew and the Blessing of the Erdtree. And then the Blasphemous Blade, the Black Knife, Bolt of Grand Sex. And then the gifts over here are the Blessing of the Erdtree, Golden Vow, Black Flame Protection, Erdtree Heal. And then Ezekiel's, whatever it's called, Disease, Rot Breath. Then Borealis's Ice Breath, the Black Blade, and then this flame that goes around in a circle around you. It's really, really good. And when you get surrounded, it does very, very well. And then, of course, the two bottles or perfumes that we're using are the Uplifting Aromatics and the Iron Jar Aromatics. I have to find some more jars to kill so I get living jar shards, but this one is really good as well. The Altus blooms are pretty common, the Budding Cave Moss is pretty common, Silver Tear Husks are pretty common, and the Arteria Leaves are pretty rare. Exceedingly rare. They're not exceedingly rare, they're just kind of rare. But that's the two that I've found that actually aid in reducing damage, so it really, really helps. So anyways, yeah, I'll be out for like 2 weeks or so or whatever, so I wanted to get one last thing in before you know, we kind of say goodbye for a while. But if you've ever wondered what do you do with this amount of HP, you know, I find that just going to the higher difficulties is where I'm gonna have to take it in order to still find something that can stand up against me. So it's a lot of fun to play with this setup and how everything goes, because it just pairs all so very well together, especially with having the Mimic tier come along the way and be almost an invincible tank that almost can't die. I mean, the Godskin boy did kill him, but you saw Rykard barely touched him at all. He was like at full health by the end of the fight, so pretty awesome. Anyways, thank you guys, and take care. Have a great next 2 weeks, and you know, enjoy yourselves in Vayne or Elden Ring or whatever game you're playing, and I'll stay in touch through some polls and different things on the channel. But I think this will be the last Elden Ring that we do. I just had to show kind of the pinnacle of what this build actually could do and what it is and how far you can actually take it, for those of us like me that don't exactly have particular skill. So anyways, thank you guys, and we'll see you later. Good luck out there. Bye.